Today, I'm going to be showing you skincare products that I've been loving, like really loving. I'm obsessed, and you guys know that my job is to test out new skincare, new beauty all the time. So when I find some things that I love, I will always share it with you, and generally it will always be in these types of videos. So let's get right into it. Of course, all of the products I'm going to be talking about will be linked below for you for your reference. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up as it really helps the channel, and also please don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos, as I do upload videos every single week. Now the first product is by Dermatology, and this is the Daydream Moisturizer. So this has a built-in SPF, which is 100% mineral, SPF 40 with a zinc oxide of 17%, and this is also water resistant up to 80 minutes, which is a great thing because if you plan on sweating, you plan on playing sports, we do need that water resistant formula. Now I have tested this two different ways. I have used this just on its own, and I have also used this paired up with another mineral water resistant sunscreen so that they go hand in hand. Now the packaging is a pump. It's that button technology, so this reminds me of the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream and the Lala Retro. This airless pump really is nice. I like it. But if this is going to be your only sun protection for the day, you do, or you should be applying 2 to 3 finger lengths of sunscreen to get that proper SPF protection. So you would have to push down on this several times, measure it out on your fingers, and then just make sure that you have that proper amount before you apply it all over your skin. Because if you don't do that, you're not getting that full SPF 40 protection. So I have done this many times, and I will say it's a little bit too much. It's just way too much. It's heavy. Your skin looks very shiny and greasy, and also I did have a little bit of a white cast. It was nothing crazy, but I found the more that I applied, the more I had that white cast. So it was just a little bit too much for my liking. So I much prefer to use one pump of this all over the face and neck as that moisturizer, and then go in with a separate sunscreen afterwards, and then use 2 to 3 finger lengths of that to get my proper SPF protection. And I found that it worked out a lot better doing it that way than just relying on this as your main sun protection. But of course, you can do whatever you want. I just wanted to test it both ways so that I can report back. But I do like it. It's very moisturizing and hydrating. I also find this to be quite plumping as well. If you have dry skin, you are going to love this. But honestly, I think this will be great for all skin types, including oily and combination skin. I think they did a good job. So I do have a discount code for you guys where you can get 20% off. My code is Sincerely Miss Ash, and I will leave that information below for you. And also, great news for Canadians, Dermatology is now offering free shipping to Canada with orders of $40 before tax, Canadian. So that's a great thing. That is a wonderful thing. So of course I will leave that information below for you as well. Next up is the 54 Thrones African Butter. Now I told you guys that I was going to pick this up. I did mention this in a new skincare launch video. I was talking about all these new launches that were coming out, and I said I will be back. I'm going to test this. So originally I wanted to pick up the little mini size, but they were all sold out in all 3 scents, and they're still sold out. I haven't seen them back in stock. So I had to go with the 50 ml size, which is fine because you know what? Deep down I had a feeling that I would most likely like this because I love putting products like this on my heels, my hands, anywhere where it's really dry and flaky and chapped. So I picked up the Lavender Mint scent, which is the scent that I felt would be more me. I just love that. It smells very spa-like, and this works really well. Now at first when you apply this to your skin, it does feel a little bit greasy, but once it dries down, I'm telling you, it doesn't feel greasy anymore. So if you have this on your hands and I don't know, after 10 minutes or something, you plan on touching things, you're not going to leave grease marks all over the place. Let me tell you something, that is a pet peeve. I hate that. A lot of the times I don't wear hand creams during the day because I feel like I'm always touching things, I'm touching my hair, and it transfers. So generally I always use these thicker, richer products before bed, but I'm actually really pleased that this doesn't stay greasy on the hands or on the skin in general. It does tone down. Now this has a lot of oils in it. So there's coconut oil, there's jojoba oil, there's shea butter, and the list goes on. I really think that this works wonders if your skin is super chapped and flaky. If you just have, a little bit of dry skin, this would also work out perfectly, but I mainly bought this for my hands and my heels, and it works really, really well. Okay, so I am really obsessed with this next one. This one is really nice for the under eyes. And I recently featured this product in the video where I shared how to brighten up your under eyes. So if you have dark circles, puffiness, you have tired, dull looking eyes, and you just want that brightness, go and check out that video if you haven't seen it, which of course I will leave below for you as well as up here. And I did feature this and I showed you how to use this. So this is by Beauty Bio, and this is the Eyelighter Concentrate. This is one of their newest launches, and when I saw this release, I thought to myself, I need to have this. I need to try it. Although I don't have dark circles, I am very fortunate. I still have a little bit of discoloration, and I do wake up puffy almost every single morning. Plus, I just love that brighter look under the eyes anyways, so I just had to try it. And the first time that I tried this, I was blown away. So this is a multi-purpose product. So this has skincare ingredients in it. So we have a plant-based retinol, there's vitamin C in here, and a lot of other great humectants to plump up and hydrate the skin. But this also acts as a primer. So this helps to keep your concealer in place for the entire day without creasing. Also, put this on your eyelids and underneath that brow bone because this will act as a primer for your shadows and liners. So this is great to apply before your makeup, but of course put this on top of your skincare products. So put this on top of your sunscreen and then, wait maybe 5 minutes or something and then go in with your makeup afterwards. You can use this every day, twice a day, but I mainly just use this in my morning skincare routine when I need it. And this also helps to depuff with this nice cool applicator. And it really does help to slightly depuff. But it also has a little bit of that pearlescent to the formula. So it's not glittery, it doesn't look like that, but you can just see that it does give that nice overall brightness, and your under eyes look so rejuvenated. They look so hydrated. So go and check out that video because you will see what I mean. But this is really nice, and if you haven't tried it before, I really do recommend looking into this, especially if you have dark circles, puffiness, but also if you just want something just for a primer, or you just want something to use on its own for that brightness. I mean, anybody can use this, whether you have dark circles or not. The next one is from The Ordinary, and this is the Glucoside Foaming Cleanser. Now, they did send this to me as an early launch back several months ago, and I did share that news with you. And I also said that I will be back in a few months to let you know how this performed during these cold months. Because generally, I don't use gel foaming cleansers during the winter because a lot of the times these are very stripping and they can be drying as well. And I much prefer to use something that is creamy and more moisturizing. But I wanted to put this to the test, and what better time than during the winter. And now we have this in a favorites video. So this is exceptional, and I like this way better than the Squalene Cleanser. Now they're very different, right? The Squalene Cleanser is more moisturizing and it's great to remove makeup. I don't like using this to remove my makeup. I much prefer to use this as that second cleanse in my nighttime routine or in my morning routine. This works really well. It does lather up, and I feel like you get a better cleanse with this one more so than the Squalene Cleanser. There's no residue left over on the skin. Your skin does not feel stripped. It doesn't feel tight. It feels balanced. It feels normal, and that's rare because usually with foaming cleansers, like I said, they can be so stripping. This is exceptional, and I haven't used anything like it. This is better than the CeraVe foaming cleanser in my opinion. This performs better, and it's more gentle and more moisturizing. So I highly recommend for you to look into the new cleanser. This is just amazing, and this is going to be great for the summer months as well. I've also really been enjoying the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Eye Serum. Now, I did recently review this, So if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave it below for you as well as up here. I go into a lot of detail, and I also compare this to the NIOD Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate, which you guys know is one of my holy grail eye serums. Now, this is lovely for those that have dark circles, discoloration, you have puffy under eyes, and also you have signs of aging. The 4 types of peptides in here will help to soften those fine lines and to firm up the skin around the eyes. The caffeine, of course, and the niacinamide are going to address dark circles and puffiness. Now, I cannot use the ordinary caffeine solution for depuffing because I feel like that formula is extremely drying. This, even though this has caffeine, this is not drying. So I don't know what they've done differently here, but I am not complaining because this is a very moisturizing eye cream that keeps everything nice and smooth and hydrated and plump, and it's just wonderful. This does help to slightly depuff. I don't have dark circles, so I can't say whether or not this product works for that. You will have to let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried this. But for fine lines, I can see this working to soften fine lines, especially when you're consistent with it. Now, in fairness, I am using other anti-aging products in my routines that all mesh together to improve my skin. So I can't say that this softened my fine lines because I'm using tretinoin. I was using eye serums before this that contained retinol. I'm still using them, by the way, but I am using this pretty frequently. Like, I'm using this more than my other eye serums right now. And then of course, over the years, I've used a lot of things. So I can't say that this product softened my fine lines, but it helps, right? Because everything just meshes together. But if this is going to be your only eye serum to address signs of aging and to help with dark circles and puffiness, I can see this working for sure. And this sits nicely underneath my sunscreen and my makeup. I've been using this every day, twice a day since I received it. And all you need is 1 drop for both of your eyes. A little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot of product because if you put too much, it's just not necessary, and then of course it can seep into your eyes and you don't want that. So just do 1 drop, and I'm telling you this will cover both eyes. And I always put an eye cream or let's say a face moisturizer on top of this just to lock in that hydration. And the last 2 products are from the brand Bioma, and this is the Hydrating Serum. Now recently I shared my first impressions on the 4 products that I purchased from this brand. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave it below for you as well as up here. This was one of those products that I was really impressed with, and I've been using it ever since. I really like this. So we have a triceramide complex in here to help with your skin barrier, right? This is going to strengthen it, repair it, prevent transepidermal water loss. We also have squalene and glycerin in here, which are 2 humectants to keep that skin nice and hydrated. I really like this because it has this milky consistency, so it just feels very comfortable when you apply it all over. It feels very refreshing, but it just sits so nicely with all of my skincare products, and I really like using this when I'm using active ingredients like tretinoin or let's say lactic acid. But this is also great just used on its own, so I really love it. It's a great drugstore find, and Bioma is now available in Canada, which is really exciting, so we can now purchase this at Shoppers Drug Mart. And the other product that I've been really enjoying is the Moisturizing Gel-Cream. So this also contains a triceramide complex, but this also has green tea and it also has niacinamide. Now, this reminds me of the CeraVe PM lotion. The same texture, this has the niacinamide, but this is more moisturizing in my opinion than the CeraVe. I much prefer to use this over the CeraVe because it just keeps my skin feeling so amazing. It almost has this glycerin feel, like this super soft hydration layer on the skin. It's very hard to explain, but my skin just feels more content with this over the CeraVe PM. So if you love the PM lotion, try this because it's very comparable, but again, I just feel like this has a little bit more moisture and it's fabulous. So I use this in the morning, sometimes I use this in my evening, and it pairs up nicely with sunscreen and makeup. So those are the skincare products that I am absolutely loving right now, and I hope that I introduced you to a few new things. Let me know if you've tried any of these yet. Are you going to be trying them? Let's get a conversation going in that comment section. And of course, all of the products that I shared will be linked below for you for your reference, including that dermatology discount code as well. Thank you so much for watching. You guys know that I appreciate it so much. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.